You know, some people call Tuesday the new Monday. Monday, you're fresh. Tuesday, you're like, oh, it's back to the week. Well, not with God, baby. Here we go. Let's jump right in. Joshua, chapter 24. This is a time. So we heard about this guy named Moses yesterday. People get free, etc., etc. Get a little lost for like 40 years. No big deal. They finally got into the promised land. Moses passes away. Big crisis. This looks bad. Our leader is dead. What are we going to do? Joshua steps up. Joshua answers the call. And then they go to this promised land. Oh, we thought this would be really easy, but there's these giants here. And there's people here who look very scary and don't want us here. This looks bad. And Joshua, being the new leader, it would have been easy to be like, you know what? I'm new. People won't listen to me. This land's scary. Maybe we can find another promised land. But instead, Joshua takes that approach, right? Of good or bad, who's to say? God has provided. God has given them this promised land. Who's to say that this is bad and therefore we should go against the will of God, right? And so they have this in chapter 24, this renewing of the covenant, right? This is what we're about. This is the God we believe in, right? I think, in a way, congregations can have this, and maybe we will in our annual meeting, because I think that's when it happens. You have almost a renewing. The congregation comes together, and you have this renewing of, yes, this is who we are. These are our dreams for the year. This is how we're going to make them happen. At least you hope that's what happens, okay? And so we turn here to 24. This is this renewing of the covenant. And Joshua steps up, and it has this big, famous verse that perhaps you have seen on posters, wall decorations, bumper stickers, wherever. But I want you to get the full context of it here, right? Okay? So people are doubting. This looks bad. But Joshua says, good or bad, who's to say? Here we go. Now therefore revere the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in faithfulness. Put away the gods that your ancestors served beyond the river and in Egypt. So forget the past. But serve the Lord. Now, if you are unwilling to serve the Lord, choose this day whom you will serve. Whether the gods your ancestors served in the region, the river, and beyond the gods of Amorites, in whose land you are living. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. See, you usually only get the last bit there. But there's conflict here. In hearing verses 4, all of verses 14 and 15, not just the last, 10 words, the people are conflicted. Some want to go back to worshiping the Egyptian gods. Some want to go back to the Amorite ways, right? People are having doubts. They're not sure this is going to work out. This looks bad. Joshua puts it all on the line. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Good or bad, who's to say? But we will serve the Lord. That's what we're after, people of God. Just like the Christ child, and that whole scenario looked bad, and God brought good out of it. You know what? When we can recommit ourselves to God's mission, it's not a promise it's always going to be easy. Good or bad. Who's to say? But we serve the Lord. See you tomorrow.